Hi, welcome to this channel. My name is Shelly Kwiatkouski and I am the founder of Hot House Yoga here in Ormond Beach, Florida. You have to come check us out. It's really an amazing space. So for today's class, we're going to do Vinyasa 2-3 because I know how you guys love that. So I'd like us to start off in a comfortable seat, whatever that looks like for you. So if you want to sit in fixed firm or Sukhasana, easy seat. But I do want you to connect with drawing your tailbone back so that the plumb line, the top of your head and your tailbone are in alignment with each other, and then draw your attention inward. And see if you can start to settle into your heart. And then connect with me and the people around you. There's a knowing that comes with that sensation, and once you've got that feeling, meet me in downward facing dog. And walk your dog out right to left. Heel to the ball, to the toe. Oscillate your feet. Ground through the left foot as you inhale your right leg up. Have your right knee go towards the left elbow and have a tap. Then cross the right leg underneath the left. You'll come into a one-legged down dog where your left leg is now up. The left knee will go towards the right elbow. Tap it. Again, cross your legs. The right leg will come up nice and high. Let's see if we can find a rhythm where the knee and the elbow come in contact. You push back. The left leg rises. Knee to elbow. Push back. One more set of this. We will meet with the right leg up. Bring it through to the top of the mat, crescent lunge. You'll be on the ball of the back foot. You're going to inhale your arms up nice and high. Start to find a back bend here. So draw your chest back, but bend deeper into the right leg at the same time. One more breath here. Go a little bit lower. Straighten that left leg. Runner's lunge. Reach your fingertips forward beyond the top of your mat. Palms are going to face each other. Try not to rest the chest on the thigh. Spider fingers. Tuck your chin into your chest. Bring your forehead towards the knee. Straighten the front leg. Flex the toes towards the nose. Draw your left hip forward and your right hip back and breathe. Place the right foot back down onto the ground. Bend into the right leg. Backing out of the pose, inhale those arms out in front of you. Don't miss this part. Inhale your arms up. Crescent lunge. Your hands are going to come to prayer at the center of the chest. Start to straighten your front leg. Pivot on the back foot so you can come right into Skandasana. Lower yourself down to the ground. From here, I want you to press your left elbow into the left knee. Look over towards the right side of the room. You might stay here. Or perhaps you go a little bit deeper, adding the bind. Taking your left armpit, slide it towards the left knee. Wrap your left arm around. Elevate that right arm up towards the sky. Reach back and grab the bind. Once you get your fingertips touching, the posture is just beginning. See if you can create some space in your torso. One more breath here. bringing your hands back to prayer at the center of the chest. Leading into a side angle stretch at the top of the mat. So the right hand will be in line with the right foot. The left arm will come all the way up towards the sky. Push through the blade of that foot. As the left arm comes forward, place the left hand down on the mat. Pivot your hips so that they begin to square off. Come up onto the ball of the back foot. Start to bend your back leg, leaning all the way back, sitting on the heel. Fire toes. One more big breath here. Feel the opening in your left foot. That's so important. As we begin to lean forward, one more time, engage your right leg, standing splits. Inhale your left leg up nice and high. Take your left hand and wrap it around the right ankle. See if you can get the left elbow wrapped around that leg as well. Keep extending that leg, the left leg, higher and higher. One more breath here. Maybe the right hand now grabs onto the back of the ankle as well. Just focusing on concentration. On your next breath, bring your fingertips out in front of you. Bring the left leg to meet the right leg. Sweep your arms up, chair. Start to lower yourself down nice and slow till you come all the way up onto your tippy toes. Lean all the way onto your backs, getting ready for a little bit of core. Let's inhale the legs up towards the sky. Now, in this particular sequence, I'd like you to use your hip up spider fingers. And what it does is it activates the back of the arms when we stimulate the bones correctly. So as you place your fingertips down, just lift your hips up a little bit, connecting with your breath. I always tell my students, well-trained yogis always know what their feet are doing. So while you're here, pay attention to your feet. Are they active? Do you have a preference to flexing, floining, or pointing? It's always good to switch it up. 3, 2, 1. Pull your knees in. Tuck your chin into your chest. Take your hands to the backs of your thighs and start to round. Now, as you roll your spine back and forth, use the floor to massage you. We're going to come back into chair pose. Sweep your arms up. Squeeze your inner thighs together. And on your exhale, fold. Bring your hands all the way down to the mat. Lengthen your spine. Walk or jump it back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Take your low plank. Inhale into the up dog. Hold your up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Getting ready for good side number 2. We'll inhale the left leg up. The left knee will go to the left elbow, or the right elbow, tap. Cross your ankles. Right leg goes up. Knee to the elbow.
cross from underneath you. Left leg goes up towards the sky. If you know what to do, pick up the pace. Still getting acclimated to the sensations? Take your time. We're going to meet with the left leg up. Reach it up nice and high. It'll come through to the top of the mat. Crescent lunge, arms up. And again, feel that stretch through the back of the right thigh as you bend deep into your left leg and arms go back. Lean forward, runner's lunge. As your fingertips come down to the mat, tuck your chin into your chest. Start to straighten that front leg. As your forehead and your knee come together, tuck your chin into your chest a little bit further and raise the left foot up nice and high. Now square off your hips. Lower the left foot down. Bend back into your left leg. Extend your fingertips forward. Inhale the arms back up. So here, there's another way to see this transition. Your hands come to prayer. As I start to straighten my front leg, notice what I do with the back foot. If you have problems with your knees, bring your hands down so you can lower yourself all the way down. Skandasana is a great stretch because it works the inside of the thigh, which goes all the way to the lower back. If your hands are in prayer, then you should feel this twist where you're going all the way up towards the sky. If you're layering on and adding the bind, then again it is the whole sinking the torso towards the floor. So you can get that hand all the way around. But once your torso's low, you got to lift it. Lift, 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 lift. When we release the bind and your hands come back to prayer, keep working on elevating your torso all the way up. And again, you can use your hands for your transition. So maybe your hands stay down as you move yourself into the side angle stretch. Now, give the hips a chance to lower and the chest the chance to lift. And that right arm will come all the way up and over. And as that hand comes down to the mat, you'll come up onto the ball of the back foot and start to straighten your front leg. This leads to some really cool transitions if you can get acclimated to this, how you use your right foot. You'll lower the knee down to the ground, lean back for half of a split. We want to stimulate the right foot for fire toes. Elevate the spine. Look and move in the direction you want to go in. And then on the next breath, when you walk yourself back to the top of the mat and you begin to straighten this right leg, walk those fingertips out in front of you so the right leg can come all the way up. Now, there's a great stretch that happens here when you take your right hand and you wrap it around the left calf. So if you've never experimented with that, I encourage you to try it. You can keep your left hand out in front of you so that you have some stability. And then work on getting that right leg up even higher. Somewhere, if you soften, you'll start to get more connected. One more breath. Raise that right leg high, 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 high. Walk your hands out in front of you. Allow the right foot to meet the left foot. Once again, we'll sweep our arms up for chair. Descend your hips towards the floor. Squeeze your inner thighs together and reach your arms out nice and wide. We'll make the transition, taking your time. This will help with other poses in the future as you come all the way down onto your back. As you come onto your back, let your legs come up. We're still connecting with the backs of our arms. So this time, bring your hands out a little bit further. Because when you lift your hips, you're going to take them to the right. You lift your hips, you bring them to the center. Then you lift your hips and you take them to the left. Try that a few times. You want to feel that stretch that goes through the lats. And again, we talked about this in teachers training. So here it is. Work your back muscles just as much as you are working your core muscles. For 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. We'll place the feet on the floor. Lift our hips up, bridge pose. Keep elevating your hips. So I'm going to take you through this sequence. Descend your hips towards the floor. Your right hand is going to come forward. You're going to come up onto the ball of the right foot. So in order to do that, again, lift your hips up for bridge. Walk your right foot in. Hold on to the ball of the right foot. Once you do that, find your center. So that means your hips are going to be even to each other. Inhale the left leg up. Now you can stay here holding onto your foot, or you can take both arms up and hold. But now press your scapulas into the mat. Feel your foot glued to the floor, heel to tailbone. Come up high onto the tippy toe so that you can release the tailbone down to the ground. And then from here, take this left foot, bring it to the inside of the right thigh for half of Padangusthasana, or you can do easy pose. You'll pull the right knee in, interlace your fingers around the back of your knee. Slowly slide your hand up the shin. Breathe in through the nose and out. Remember, we've already been working on softening. You're going to take your 2 peace fingers to the big toe of the right foot and extend that right leg all the way out. Bring that right foot back in, place it on the top of the left thigh for full lotus. Rock your hands underneath your hips. Now we're going to go into fish pose. So as your knees go towards the top of your mat, start to lift the chest up till the top of your head is resting on the mat. Hold. You can also do this in Indian style as well. Lift the chest up a little bit higher. Now when you back out of the pose, tuck your chin into your chest so the top of your head rests on the mat. Release your legs out in front of you. Just enjoy the pressure of your hips on your hands. And let's hold that for 5 breaths. If you're so inclined, you can also place your feet on the floor and just rock your knees from side to side, taking advantage of the stretch that you can get on your forearms from the pressure of your hip points. Because we've got good side number 2. Release your hands out from underneath you. And again, walk your feet in. Getting ready for the setup, you'll lift your hips up. Now your left hand is going to lean towards the left foot. So walk that left foot in so you're on the ball of it. Hold on to it nice and tight with your left hand. Feel that connection between the heel of your foot and the tailbone. And we'll raise the right leg up. Hold. Next you do arms up. I'm trying to reach for that foot. It's a nice balancing pose. Use that left quadricep muscle. Square off the hips. And you'll slowly descend your heel down. Pull that right leg in. Place the top of your right foot on the top of your left leg. The left leg sweeps up. And you can grab the back of the knee. You can slide it up towards the calf if you'd like. Enjoy the stretch. The practice is not meant to bring agony, but to help release it. So take your 2 peace fingers, grab the big toe, and then take the left foot over towards the left side of the room. Press through the big toe. See if that next exhale helps you soften. You'll bring your left foot in, place it to the inside of the right thigh, and then place your hands on the mat. Rock your hips from side to side until your forearms are underneath your hips. And as we slowly allow our legs to descend towards the top of the mat, eventually what happens is the head will pop up. You'll place the top of your head on the mat and enjoy the stretch. Now, if this is too much, release your legs and just extend them out in front of you. A couple of breaths here. Again, lift the head, tuck the chin into the chest. Rock your hips from side to side, releasing your forearms from underneath you as your palms come up. Just feel the blood as it's rushing through the physical body. Adding on our supine twist. Your right knee will come in towards the center of the chest. Take the right knee over towards the left side of the room. Look towards the right. The practice of yoga can seem so complicated if you're trying to think your way through it. Bring that right leg back in, pull it in tight, tight, tight. But the secret to the practice is not to think your way through it, but to feel your way through it. So lower the right leg down, and the left leg comes up. I want to encourage you to reconnect with that. It feels so good to move. And the left leg goes over towards the right side of the room. We'll extend the left arm and breathe.
One more time, pull that left leg back in. Have the left foot meet the right foot as we come into final Savasana. Reconnecting with each other and the world around us. And we'll bring our arms up over our head and get a nice stretch. Enjoy the space that you've created. And we'll roll over to the right side. One more time, we'll come up into a comfortable seat. Feel how you're a little bit more rooted in your sit bones. See if you can take your weight back a little bit so the head's over the tailbone. And we'll bring our hands to prayer to end class. I'm grateful for this new day, its beauty and its light, and a chance to begin again. May we all be freed from yesterday's limitations, and today may we be reborn. Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. From my heart to yours, namaste. Have a great day.